Hi guys, I'm looking at here one of the problems that is in your Alex homework for today. At least that's what I can see from the preview that I have. Um, it says on your screen 79.8, or my screen, sorry, 79.8 times 0.001. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to do it out here on this. It's a big problem, lots of zeros. Don't let those worry you. We'll just do it out quickly. Now, you'll notice when I write this down on paper to do it, I've written the one that is the physically bigger number. 79.8 is a bigger number than 0.001, but 0.001 is longer on the paper. So this is the way I wrote it. I wrote that longer number on top just because it was longer and it'll work easier for how we do this problem. And then you put the smaller number, the one that's not as long, on the bottom. Don't worry about the decimal points right now. Those only have to do with our work at the end. So only worry about those at the end of the problem. So I'm not going to have you pause this one. We'll just do this together. So we have our 8 times 1 is 8. 8 times 0 is 0. 8 times 0 is 0. 8 times 0 is 0. Boom, we're done. Now we have to move to the 9. But first, we put a 0 down here because we're in a different decimal place. We're in a different place value, sorry. So now we do 9 times 1 is 9. 9 times 0 is 0. 9 times 0 is 0, sorry. And then 9 times 0 is 0 again. So you notice this fairly simple once we start with the 9 times 1, and then we're going to do 7 times 1, right? So it's just a number times a 1 and then a number times zeros. But we have to know where to put the zeros in. So now that I do 7, you know the 7 is 2 place values over from 8, right? 79.8. 7 is in the tens place and 8 is in the tenths place. So we're going to have to put 2 zeros on here for our 7. So now we just do 7 times 1 is 7. 7 times 0 is 0. 7 times 0 is 0. And 7 times 0 is 0. Now we add these all together. 8 plus 0 is 8. That is a terrible 8. So I'm running out of room. So I'll try that much better. 8. Then we have 9 plus those 2 zeros is 9. 7 plus those 2 zeros is 7. Then we have 0, 0, 0 here. Now, to finish it off, I look up here and I see that 0.001 makes 1, 2, 3 jumps, and 79.8 makes 1 jump. So that means we need to make 4 little jumps here on our final answer. So we do 1, 2, 3, 4 jumps. So our final answer is 0.0798. All right, so I will repeat. Our final answer is 0.0798. Now, I will do another problem in just a second, but I want to make sure that you guys don't rush through these problems. They're not, there's a lot that's different from what we have been doing before in the past, right? So make sure that you follow all the steps. Make sure that you break it down to, you do the 8s first, then your 9, then your 7. Follow our steps in the right order. It's just like multiplication. It's just now we have to add a decimal point at the end. All right, we'll try another one. All right, we're going to try another one here. We have 0.6, and we're going to multiply that by 0.02. Now you notice I have the longest number on bottom, so I'm going to flip that around actually. So I'm going to put the longest one on top. Just it makes it easier for me to do on the paper. It allows me to keep track of the numbers better. So we'll write that again with a longer one on top. 0.02 times 0.6. We start off over here with the 6. 6 times 2 is 12. Put down the 2, carry the 1. 6 times 0 is 0. Add a 1 to 0 and you get a 1. And then 6 times 0 is 0. Now we can go through all the rest of these, right? You can put down your 0 and do 0 times 2 is 0, 0, 0. But those are all zeros, right? So that really doesn't have a whole lot. But you can still do it out just to make sure you do the steps. So we add these together. 2 plus 0 is 2. 1 plus 0 is 1. And then we have a bunch of zeros left over. Our final answer, remember, we count up the, let me get these arrows out of the way. Our final step is we have to count our jumps that are decimal point made from the going to the right. So we have 1, 2 here, 1 here, 2 and 1 is 3. So we have to make 3 jumps to the left here. So 1, 2, 3. And our final answer is 0.012. Erase the jumps so you can see that really well. We have 0.012 is your final answer. And we'll do one final one today. And if you need any more help, just let me know. But remember that you may not have a perfect score on some of these early Alex problems. See, we're going to do this again Monday. This is a process, okay, guys? So don't get down on yourself if you're getting some stuff wrong. That's okay. That's the practice, right? And we're going to go over this again on Monday. Because I know you guys really try very hard. So give yourself some credit. All right, last one. We have 0.8 times 0.9. Okay. Very simple. This one, we start off here with our 9 times 8, which is 72. So put down your 2, carry your 7. 9 times 0 is 0, but you add 7 to that 0 and get a 7 down here. Then we're moving on to this next one, and you don't have to do this step because it's a 0, but I'm just going to add it so that you guys are reinforced in your memory of the steps that we have to take when we do 2-digit by 2-digit multiplication. All right, so put down our 0 first here because we're going into the next place value. And so what we're going to do here is now put down our 0 for the place value. And now we take this 0 here. And we do 0 times 8, which is 0. 0 times 0, which is 0. Now we have to add these together. 2 plus 0 is 2. 7 plus 0 is 7. And then we bring the 0 down because we're not adding anything to it. Now we have to figure out how many jumps that we have to make. Let me get rid of my arrows here so you know the jumps. And so you're making 1 jump here and 1 jump here. So that means you will have, let me get rid of that. You have 2 jumps in total, so you have to make 2 here. So you do 1, 2 jumps here. And our final answer is 0.72 or 0.72. All right, guys, try your best. If you have trouble on it, just do what you can. And if you don't know it, you can skip it for the rest of the day. Have a great Friday. Just try your best. Do what work you can. And if you really can't get it, we're going to wait till Monday and we'll go over this again. Okay, guys? Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.